Good morning, y'all. It is currently 12:24 p.m., May 4th, 2025, and I would like to tell you a couple stories about the dreams that I had this morning. And y'all might want to buckle up because this might be a long one. I don't know how I managed it, but I had 5 dreams this morning. One of them I don't remember now, but 4 of them I was able to write down. I went to bed around 2 o'clock last night, 2 a.m., and I first woke up around 8:10-ish, somewhere around there, and I didn't remember any dreams, and I woke up, I got up out of bed, and I went to go get a drink of water. I came back. I eventually fell back asleep, and the first thing that I remember from this dream is I was listening to some kind of podcast. I've been doing that a lot at work lately. I don't tell anybody. It's against the rules. This is privileged information. But I wear a beanie all day at work to cover my ears, and I have a wireless earbud in my ear, and I walk around listening to YouTube videos and shit. I was listening to something. I don't remember now what it was about. I wish I could remember what. Oh yeah, I forgot. Disclaimer. This was a lot for me to remember all at once. I didn't write this dream down immediately upon waking up. I think I had these dreams kind of back to back. I don't even really remember waking up in between them, other than the times that I'll specify. So I was trying to remember all 3 of these dreams at once. And a lot of details slipped through the cracks of my brain. So bear with me. I don't remember a whole lot of the details. But as I was saying, I was listening to something, and then the next thing I remember, I am walking through this little hallway, and at the end of the hallway is a doorway that's blocked off by these claws, these big yellow claw things. And I can tell by the context of the dream that I'm at work, and the other side of the room is an empty room that is being renovated. So I somehow make it to the other side of the room, and oh yeah, I forgot to mention the claws that were blocking the room. It kind of reminds me of something from the Oblivion remaster. I don't know if you've played Oblivion, but there's these Daedra things, these Daedra claws that come out that block your walkway sometimes. It kind of reminded me of something like that. It was shaped like that, but instead of being red and black like it is in the game, it was yellow. It looked like some kind of construction equipment. So I can't remember how I made it to the other side. I either crawled through it, or somehow I just was on the other side. You know how dreams work. And on the other side of this barrier, there's this big ass room. It was this big empty room. It was kind of like a trailer. It was this big empty trailer. I could tell by the walls and the ceiling. It was I don't know if you've ever been in in the back of a truck, a semi truck trailer. It was like that, but 5 times bigger. Maybe even 7 or 8 times bigger. And lining the trailer on the walls were presses, rubber presses from work. And they were clearly not finished. And people are showing up for work. People that I recognize are starting to show up for work. And I see my older brother go to one of the presses. I assume that's the one that he was assigned to run for the day. And I notice that it's not finished being set up. It doesn't have a table in front of it. So I go and find the 3 worker guys. They're like on their way out. They're getting ready to leave. And these were the guys that were doing the renovation. And I asked them if they can help me finish setting up that press so we can get it started. And that's the last thing I remember from that dream. The next dream that I remember, Kojak, come here. Come here, baby. The next dream that I remember, I got a new puppy, and this guy wasn't happy about it. So I got this new puppy. He was really little, like he could literally fit in my two hands. Like it was a small little guy. And this is another dream that I don't remember a whole lot of the specific details about. I don't remember where I got the puppy. I just remember I had him in my home, and I set him down somewhere. Like, I think I was just, like, letting him explore the trailer. And I went off and did some other stuff that I don't remember what I did. Some time passed, like a few minutes have passed. And then I suddenly remember, oh shit, I haven't seen my puppy in a while. So I go and start looking for him, and I find him in the refrigerator. I open the fridge, and there's this like hole in the back of the fridge, and he's like nestled into the hole in the back of the fridge. So I pull him out, and once I pull him out of the fridge, Kojak was not very happy about it. He didn't look very happy that I found the puppy. So I assume that he was the one that hid him in the fridge. And then I realized, oh shit, I haven't fed this puppy yet. So I set him down in front of Kojak's food dish, and I tried to feed him Kojak's food. And then that's what really set him off. Like, Kojak started getting aggressive at that point. So I had to, like, fight Kojak off while letting the puppy eat. And I remember at one point when Kojak was like, hey, come here. Yeah, I remember at one point when he was, like, coming at the puppy, like, trying to stop him from getting at the food. I had to, like, set my hands over the food and, like, try to, like, claim it as my territory, Caesar Milan style, just to get him to fucking leave the puppy alone while he was trying to eat. And that's about all that I remember from that dream. And then after that, I had another dream that I don't remember now. That was one of the dreams that completely slipped my mind, and I forgot about it. The next dream that I do remember is I was lucid. And this part pisses me off, because I think the third dream might have transitioned into this fourth dream somehow. I don't, like I said, I don't remember the details. This wasn't a dream where I started out lucid. Sorry, I lisped there for a second. I don't know if you heard that. This was not a dream where I started out lucid. Something happened where I became lucid. Something triggered lucidity, but I don't remember what it was. What I do remember is I'm swimming through the ocean. I'm like swimming in the water, and I can see all these fish below me. And I'm just like amazed at how crazy it looks to be able to swim in the ocean. I'm breathing in the ocean, and I'm seeing all these fish around me. Everything's so blue and colorful, and I can see like the plant life at the bottom of the ocean. And I'm just amazed at how it feels with my hands going through the water. Like, I assume you've swam in water. That's literally what it felt like. Like, I could feel my hands making waves in the water as I was swimming. And at some point, I realized that when I, like, reach my hand out and, like, focus on a specific fish, it started, like, being drawn towards me. Like telekinesis in Skyrim. So I'm, like, messing around doing that with a few of the different fish. And then at some point, it transitions from being the ocean to being cardboard boxes. Like, suddenly I'm just walking through a bunch of cardboard boxes. Oh, yeah, before that happened, actually, I heard a woman's voice. I don't know if I could, like, hear it with my ears or if it was in my head, and I don't remember what she was saying. I just remember hearing a woman's voice, and that, like, kind of caught my attention. And then when that happened, that's when it transitioned from me swimming in the ocean to walking through these cardboard boxes. And then suddenly I'm at the warehouse at my work. And I start walking around, and I'm seeing a bunch of people that I recognize from work. And then I'm still lucid. Hey! Come here. Come here. I'm sorry. Hey! Come here. Come on. Sorry about that. Come here. Shut up. As I was saying, I'm still lucid at this point. And that's when I decide to take my pants off, and I start trying to do sexual stuff. And first I just take my pants off. I still have my shirt on, because I notice that when I take my shirt off, that's when things usually start to get derailed. I think it's something about blocking my vision. Like, when I take my shirt off, it blocks my vision. And you know how dreams are, like, when what you can see is what is real in the dream. Like, nothing exists in your dream that you're not focusing on. So I try to avoid blocking my vision if I can help it. So I'm just walking around Winnie the Poohing it, and I start to notice that I can see other people at work also have their pants off. And I'm like, oh, they're like reflecting what I'm doing. And then I actually start trying to do sexual stuff. And then this is the weird part. I like get pulled out of the dream. It's almost like a false awakening, but I'm still aware that I'm dreaming on the other side. It's almost, It's almost like I was pulled from that dream into another dream, or another dreamscape. Like, it's still the same dream, but it was really weird. It felt like it was another presence pulled me out of that dreamscape into another one. And there's this woman on the other side. I don't remember. It was someone I didn't recognize. It wasn't somebody from my real life. It was a dream character. And there was a couple other people there, but it was just her that was doing the talking. And she was almost like lecturing me about dream control. And this is another moment where I really wish I could remember the details of what we talked about. We had like a conversation, but the gist that I got out of the conversation is that I need to let things happen naturally instead of trying to control stuff all the time. Like, I don't know if I believe in the higher self or talking to like higher astral beings or like beings from other realms or whatever. Like, if you start looking into the dream community on YouTube, you get into some really hooey-fooey stuff. I'm open to the possibilities of it, but I think it's a lot more likely that dreams are all in our head and it's all our own unconscious mind. But I'm open to the idea that maybe you can talk to otherworldly beings through your dreams. This was the closest that I've come to feeling like I actually achieved that. Like, this didn't feel like this was my pure unconscious mind trying to talk to me. I don't know, but it felt like something outside of myself, which was really weird. And that's all I really remember from that dream. So I woke up from that dream, and I was laying in bed for like a half hour, maybe, something like that, trying to delve into those 4 dreams that I had. And that's when I was like delving into those dreams, trying to remember them. And then I turned off my 10:15 alarm and my 10:30 alarm. I don't remember the time I woke up, but it must have been like 9:40 something, maybe something like that. And as I was laying in bed trying to remember those dreams, I fell asleep again into another dream. And this dream I don't really remember that much. I know that I remember I was young, like 11, 12 years old, and we're in a home that I don't recognize. My mom is there, my little brother is there, our cousin Blaisden is there, and our other cousin Darius is there. They're all around the same age. They were like 5, 6 years old, somewhere around that age. And Blaisden and Carter are running around a table that Darius and I are sitting at. And next to the table is a couch. Here's the table. Kojak, you're making this really difficult. Here's the table, here's the couch, and then in front of the couch is a coffee table, and then in front of that coffee table is the TV, and my mom's sitting at the couch watching TV. So Carter, my little brother, runs past me in between me and the table, and he steps on my toe, and then I quickly catch him and like tackle him to the ground. So I'm holding him down on the ground in between the couch and the coffee table. And as I'm holding him down, I'm like holding both sides of his head, and I'm like, I tell him very sternly to stop stepping on my toes. And it made him cry as I let him go, and I felt bad about making him cry. And I know that my mom witnessed it because she was right there, but she didn't say anything about it. So I'm thinking in my head, like, oh, she knew that I was justified, so she wasn't going to say anything about it. But I still felt bad for making him cry. So I sit back down at the table, and then Darius, who's sitting at the other side of the table across from me, he says something that, like, we have a little conversation. I don't remember what we were talking about. It probably had to do with, like, the plot of the dream more. It was something about his dad, or Blaisden's dad, my uncle, but I don't remember what he was talking about. And then that's all I remember from that dream. Ugh. You better stop it. Sorry about Kojak. So yeah, that's about it. I had 4 dreams that I remembered today. So that brings my dream recall score up to 8. And that brings my monthly dream recall score for May up to 8. And yeah, that's about it. Good night and sweet dreams.